Needed.
How's it going, YouTube? It's your boy Ron, and welcome to our new Let's Play of Luigi's Mansion. Alright, so of course, as the opening cinematic goes ahead and does its thing, I'm going to go ahead and explain a little bit about Luigi's Mansion. So of course, for those who aren't familiar with the game, this is one of the, I believe it was one of the original GameCube launch titles around the time of its release in 2001. And of course, just a little bit of a fun fact, it is actually nearing its 20th anniversary of the day it's been released. I believe in North America, at least, it came out at around Christmas time, so roughly November, December-ish, if memory serves correctly, of 2001, and being 2021, we are nearing 20 years of this game's release, and it's seen a lot, that's for sure. It is one of, I guess depending on who you ask, GameCube's greatest games released. And I believe it's the second installment of any game where Luigi's actually the main character, not the star that everyone knows whether you play games or not, Mario. So let's go ahead. I already do have a save file there. I'm not going to be doing that one obviously because we're going to be starting from scratch. So let's go ahead and start off a new game. Alright. Okay, so that's one thing I didn't know. Hey, Luigi actually does the same thing in the cutscene. Okay. So a little bit of that trivia out of the way. The beginning cutscene of the game and the beginning storyline of the game does kind of explain what goes on here. So Luigi has a map to a mansion that leads over here. So I guess, I think it was on the booklet, or I forget what information it tells you. So the gist of it is that Luigi and Mario both, I believe, won a contest that they never entered. Yeah, that's not suspicious. And they were invited over to the mansion to claim the prize, or the mansion was the prize, I believe. So Mario and Luigi both agreed to meet. Luigi was supposed to get there second before Mario, and then when he arrives, he has not seen any trace of him. So he appears in a mansion that's very dark, gloomy, and very mysterious. Very ominous. So of course, as the main protagonist Luigi, you of course have your duty of going around the mansion because of course we're supposed to be meeting Mario. And all we have is a flashlight that we can turn on and off, and that's about it. And we can call Mario. Alright, so since there really isn't much you can do here, we just have to pretty much just start exploring. Pretty much like in any game that you start off with, you just start to get familiar with your surroundings. And let's see. Alright, so we can't enter through there. That should already signal that that's not where we're supposed to go. Let's start heading this way. Alright, and we can't even head here. So now that with no way of being able to go anywhere, we head back downstairs. We see a mysterious floating orange image that heads into the big double door room. Alright, let's go ahead and pick up the key, which is going to be, of course, one of many key items that we'll be needing. So let's go ahead with the new key, because of course we can't head this way. There's this like weird spiky thing, so let's obviously not go there. Head up back to where that orange thing flew over to, and let's go ahead and use the key that we just got. Ominously. Takes us to the parlor room. Well, what do we have here? Ghost punches the scientist man. Ouch! Ooh, I sure took a lot of knocks in the line of work. I'm getting too old for this ghost catching tomfoolery. Anyway, nice to meet you. I'm Professor Egad. This house, I swear it seems to have more ghosts every day. What's a young fella like you doing around here, anywho? Whoa, and they're back. Uh-oh, so suddenly. Alright, youngster, looks lively. Follow me, post haste. Can't do English, I'm sorry. So your name's Luigi. I think our paths were destined to cross. Well met, Luigi. Where's this, you ask? Why, these cozy quarters are where I do my ghost studies. Professor Egad, or Professor Elvin Gad, is Gad's Ghost Research Laboratory. The lab, if you're a shortening line. You won this mansion in a contest you didn't even enter? Sounds pretty fishy to me. So you believe that mansion actually existed? Strange. I've been living here since I was a lad of 20 or so, and I'll tell you, that mansion appeared just a few days ago. The spirits have fooled you. I don't know if it's a dream or an illusion, or what all, but I sure wouldn't be too happy winning a haunted house. Now that I get a look at you, I just recall a guy with a red hat kind of like yours went up to the mansion without even stopping to chat, and he never returned. Was he a dream too? What? That guy was your brother? Oh no, that's horrible. You wouldn't stand a chance against those ghosts without my help. You've had to go after him. Here's the plan. I'll teach you to deal with ghosts so you can rescue your brother, Luigi. Fighting. Alright, and of course this screen just gives you the option of picking your controls. So you do have the option of standard controls, which is pretty much what we were doing, or sidestepping, meaning you sidestep, you know. We'll go ahead and stick with standard. That's the vacuum cleaner I engineered to catch ghosts. I call it, this genius, the Poltergust 3000. It can suck up all kinds of things. Let her rip. Use the R button to vacuum and the C stick to change your direction. Alright, so of course we're just getting an introduction to how the controls are supposed to work. And they're not reversed, so pretty much any way we move is the way it's supposed to be doing on the screen. No matter how strong you think your brother is, ghosts are mysterious beings. They can't be caught using conventional means. You better use this. It's the only way to foil them. This is the only thing they fear. Or something to that effect. Well, how about you start your training? Ghosts seem to like the darkness, and they avoid the light. So if you hit them with the flashlight beam, all of a sudden, you can stun them momentarily. Then it's vacuuming time. When you see your chance, hold down the R button, tilt the control stick in the opposite direction. Just give it a try. You'll learn more than just listening to me yap about it. Alright, so over here, this is just the training room. Our purposes of like the training room is to train our ghost catching abilities and catch ghosts. Remember, as soon as you see a ghost heart, that's your chance to vacuum them up. Yeah, Egad showing us the ways, showing us the moves. While vacuuming, tilt the control stick in the opposite direction to bring them in. Alright, and again, oh, no, wrong way. And then, poof. Alright, yeah, I'm not good at catching ghosts, I'll just say that right from the start. When that surprise ghost heart appears, vacuum it with the R and the control stick. Tilt the control stick in the direction opposite the ghost. Alright? And one thing you can also do if you're able to is try to get them at once and effectively catch both at the same time. It'll be a great strat to do very great in the near future when we start catching more. Tilt the control stick in the opposite direction quickly and repeatedly for the best results. You have to get as close as you can before flashing the light. Surprise them with the light and they get close. Pow pow! The more the better. Got it? Alright, so let's start moving over here. Let's start catching ghosts. Alright, we missed one, but that's okay. So of course, like Elvin Gad said, catch them with our Poltergust and swing in the opposite direction, have better results of catching them. Hey kids, shape up. You can't go looking for your brother the way you're carrying on. There, here they come. Alright, so let's try to see. Yeah, okay, I feel that's so bad. I mean, you're not supposed to do that, honestly. Alright. Catching ghosts means using the flashlight and the poltergust as a team. You get me, young fella? That'll do. Well, how many did you get? Only like 5. Hey, 7. Hey, 7 ghosts. That's how to do it, Luigi.
Fine, fine. Looks like you were quite sweaty there. How about a little cool down in the gallery? Quite proud of it, you know?
Sure. You know what? Since we're still learning about the game, let's go ahead and go to the gallery.
Off we go.
Alright, and this is the gallery. Okay, so for those who aren't familiar, the gallery won't really mean much to you. Excuse me. But of course, as we progress on through the story, this will make a lot more sense. So you'll see a bunch of portraits over here, a lot numbered off, and pretty much a lot in a nice systematic way of putting them. The gallery is actually just the gallery room where we catch ghosts. So what Luigi's Mansion is supposed to really be about is that, as we kind of already saw a little bit or was hinted at the beginning, Mario and Luigi both enter a contest that they, of course, didn't even enter. So they won it out of nowhere and won a mansion that appeared out of nowhere as well, just as Elvin Gad said just roughly a few days ago. And Mario had already made his way over and has yet to return out. So of course, as Luigi, his older brother, our task is to, of course, figure out what the heck is even going on. And let's go ahead and talk to the professor.
Welcome to the gallery. I once had 21 paintings in the famous ghost collection, but now they're only frames. What a crying shame. Unfortunately, there are only statues here now. But feel free to look around anyway. Use the X button to check your surroundings with that Game Boy horror I gave you. Be sure to search suspicious places extra well. You can also check objects with the A button by tapping and shaking stuff. Don't try that on angel statues.
Yeah. So of course, he's telling us that with A we can examine a bunch of frames, items, pretty much anything throughout the mansion that we see. Go ahead with the X button. With the Game Boy Horror, it pretty much gives us like a first-person perspective of the room that we're in, and sometimes gives you a help in being able to see in locations and parts that you normally wouldn't be able to. Like we see EGAD. Of course, the A means search. So if we search, you get a little bit of tidbit information. It's a statue. Okay, that's not what I. Okay. It's a statue, a very tall angel statue by the looks of it. Okay, so I think I have to be either away from that. There we go. Way to go, genius. Do you have the hang of that thing yet? Yo, the Game Boy Horror is actually mean. Alright, so of course, to continue on with the story, now we made our way over to the mansion, try to find Mario and see what's going on, why this has been happening, and I think EGAD can explain a little bit more now. Let's see.
Are you done appreciating art for today, Luigi?
Let's see. Yeah, let's go ahead and go back to the lab.
Alright then. Where will you go, Luigi?
Alright, so now that we did some training and we already saw the gallery, let's start heading over towards the mansion.
So careful now, Luigi.
And of course, the mansion, EGAD's study lab is pretty much right next to the mansion that appeared just out of nowhere. So he's pretty much going to be chilling over there for the entire game while we pretty much do our best to try to save Mario. Yep, it's not a game where Mario is saving the princess. It's actually our brother trying to save him. And look at this, a guest. It's a crying toad.
Ooh, where did you go, Mario? Luigi! Wow, it's Luigi! You finally made it. Oh, joy! Thank goodness. Me? Well, Princess Peach asked me to come here to look for Mario when he left and heard that you won a mansion, and he never returned. Then when I arrived here, the mansion was full of ghosts, and I didn't see Mario anywhere, and I kind of freaked out a little, and I didn't know what to do. It's been awful. Please, you have to help me find Mario. If he doesn't get back, you have no idea how upset the princess will be. She'll flip.
We could be a douche and say goodbye, but we'll do the right thing and help him.
Yay! Thanks, Luigi. You made my dark night stormy.
Oh?
Wish I could do something to help you. Wait, I got it. At least let me do this.
And of course, like the great Toad will do, he will save our progress. So let's go ahead and just save. And the game is saved. So we're at Area 1, as the game is telling us.
Talk to me for help anytime.
Alright, so now that Toad has saved our game, we can start to explore a little bit more. So now that we're pretty much introduced to why we're here in the first place and what our goal to do, let's see. Alright, so if we press Z on the Game Boy Horror, this pretty much tells us, just to go ahead and give you a summary of what the controls will be. So every time we see this item, this is me pressing Z to see any items and pretty much anything monetary we collect. A lot more of this will be filled out and, of course, explained later. And Ghost, as you can see, everything's filled out, blanked out, excuse me. And there's still, let's see, 6, 12, 18, 24 ghosts to capture. So We haven't started our journey yet, but we'll get there. So the first ghost that we saw back at the, what was it, the parlor room upstairs, those are the regular ghosts. So how they came to be, I'll explain a little bit later. I don't want to spoil too much into the game. Not to say Luigi's Mansion was probably an unpopular game, but although it was an original release for the GameCube, not many people I think knew about it, or probably, I say it's probably one of GameCube's unappreciated titles, if that's the right way to put it. That's just my view on it. So I'm not going to spoil too much. There is a lot of the story that, of course, many veterans out there will know already. But for those who aren't familiar, I will save a lot of it until we get to that point, just to keep things interesting. So let's actually start heading back to the parlor room, because that's actually what we should be doing now that we have our Poltergust 3000. So anytime you enter a room that you've never explored yet, or first time going, pretty much every time it'll be dark. And of course we grab the coins. So it's pretty much your duty to figure out how you can get out of here. And along the way you collect money. So the terms of the way money works here is that it's not meant for you to purchase anything or buy items in this game. That's not how money is used here. The whole purpose of money is the more that you collect, the better your ranking at the end of the game could possibly be. So of course it goes without saying, the more money you get, the better your ranking. So it's going to be our job to get as much money as we can and as much, you know, of it as we can. So if we try to open the door, we have no luck. So it's like, what do? Can't do anything.
Oh yeah.
Alright, let me see. I think what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to, oh yeah, okay. So this goes without saying, but in every room, pretty much, there's always going to be some type of puzzle or some type of thing you have to do to continue on. So in this one, you have to take out the lights. It took me a while to figure that out. Who put out my candles? You, Mr. Lime Green. Well, dark rooms are dangerous around here. Yes, they love the dark, and now they'll get you, Blue. Now you're in for it. Just like Little Red Cap before you. May you wander lost in darkness forever. Are you afraid of the dark, little man? Are you? Ah, here they are now. Alright, so let's go ahead. And anytime you're supposed to be fighting ghosts, the door, like you see over there, is going to be locked, meaning you can't leave the room. You're forced to fight the battles. Oh, okay, no. Alright, so I don't lose health. Alright, so every ghost in here does have a name. I don't remember all of them off the top of my head. I believe these are called golden ghosts, if that's I think that's the right name. They're pretty much like the Goombas of like the Mario series. They're pretty much your standard ghosts you'll pretty much meet all the time. They don't really do anything significant and have one of the lowest HP. They don't have the lowest, but one of the lowest HP. And of course, for cleaning the room, get our second key, really. And anytime you get a key, it'll of course display where that key will lead to. And just to give you a quick rundown of the mansion's layout, we're on the second floor right now, heading over to the first floor that we are. There are many rooms, especially in the first and second. The third and final floor, decent amount of rooms, and then even in the basement, there is a few rooms over there. So there's still so much to explore and a lot to do. We got a lot to tackle. Although, in all honesty, Luigi's Mansion really isn't a long game. So, in all honesty, in terms of this Let's Play, it's not going to be terribly long. It will be pretty short. Not that this game is super easy, but more that there isn't the most to do. But it's not to say that this game is just simple and easy. You can get done with it. There is still a good amount to do if we want to get a good rating and clear a lot of the game, which is, of course, our duty here. We're going to try to capture all the ghosts, get as much money as we can, try to achieve that great rating. So now that we have the key, so ominous. Ooh, alright, so something important is going to be happening here. The answer room, or Anna room, something like that. Alright. Ooh, golden ghost. Oh, I got split, alright. Pretty much turning off the flashlight also helps, and we're introduced to a new ghost. I believe these are called, I forget what they're called, puncher ghosts? I promise I won't remember these names. They all have official names. I just don't remember a lot of them. There's a lot. Oh, there we go. I will be honest, the last time I played this game was, other than that first file save, it's been a while, so that's why I'm not too And if they're successful, they will fly off. Yeah, Pink Puncher. I think that's what it's called. And this one has a lot more health at 20. So now that we cleared the room, we're pretty much okay to continue. So of course, there's really not too much to explore in the beginning. A lot more will reveal itself towards the end. So there really isn't too much to do right now. In fact, if I pull up the correct portion of the Game Boy Horror, we still have at least two more rooms to see. Even here, it's all dark and misty, so you can't really... Oh. I just can't do things. I can't do things. Alright. I think I have to open one of the doors. Oh, and then we're introduced to another ghost, if I can actually do this properly. I think that's called the garbage can ghost. Pretty much its appearance pretty much tells what it is. It's mimicking a garbage can. Too far. Mario. Oh yeah. Alright, there's a ghost hiding there, would you believe? Thing over here. Okay. Alright, I gotta suck it up. Alright. Alright, and then this one. And there we go, successfully caught it. Alright, so I just didn't want to lose my focus on it. That ghost that we just captured right there is one of 15 or so ghosts that are in the entire game, and those are called speedy spirits. Like their name implies, they are speedy, so you have to make sure you have quick reflexes, because they can go away, and once they're gone, they don't respawn back like these guys do. But of course, your reward for capturing them, you get a lot of money out of them. So let me get rid of this guy. No, stop. No, stop. Alright, so there's still a few more to capture. I think there should be... Oh no, there's still one more. Alright, this room is taking a little bit longer than I'd like, but that's okay. Just wanted to do everything properly. Maybe this should be the last garbage can ghost. Hopefully should be. There we go. Now with the room clear, we can head on over to this... Oh! There's a key. Bring it down. And with this key, that should take us over to the door on the left. Pretty much the only door that we can only have access to. And that's going to be important because once we head over to that door, that should be the official start of Area 1, even though we technically are there right now. Let me just head through this last door right over here. And, of course, another crying toad. Which is showing us the left side of the mansion. Some of this will be revealed a little bit more later, just not right now.
Mario, where are you? Luigi? Ah, yes, Luigi. How lucky that you found me.
I feel so much better now. And of course, he lights up the room.
Please, please, please save Mario. I looked everywhere. I can't find him. Where is he?
Don't worry, I got it. Alright, so that should be the introduction of Luigi's Mansion for now. So I will be cutting it today for this episode. So, guys, thank you so much for watching today's video, and did hope you enjoy our start of our new Let's Play of Luigi's Mansion. So, of course, like in any game that we're going to be starting, or any game out there, it's pretty much the tutorial. You just start to learn the ropes. Not the most interesting stuff. But, of course, in the next episode, we will actually be, okay, if I can actually do it correctly, be heading over to the room where we just got the key, and we'll be exploring over the left side of the second floor of the mansion. So, of course, a lot of that is going to be our first area, so there's certainly a lot to explore. And we're going to be introduced to a few things that I haven't brought up yet, but I will be mentioning and, of course, introducing in our next episode. So, guys, thank you so much for watching again. This has been your boy, Ron. And until next time, I'll see you guys back at the whatever that hallway door is called, so we can start Area 1 and start catching over some ghosts and figuring out where's Mario. So, until then, I will see you guys later. Take care.